Anthony Davis returns only to sit in the fourth. Our first look at the way the Pelicans are going to play this last night in New Orleans. Is this the final step in the process? A big debut in Philly, but Tobias overshadowed by a veteran who says, I'm still here. Plus, SC featured returns. What Kevin Durant is doing to make a difference in his Maryland hometown.
It feels like two psychopaths are staring at each other. Let's go. I'm ready to play.
Top of the morning to ye. We're going 3 wide on SportsCenter AM. David Lloyd, Matt Barry, Shanae Ogwumike, and the strange limbo over the business end of this season began last night.
Yeah, D. Lloyd, it is a bit strange. Anthony Davis started his post-trade deadline basketball for a team, by the way, he no longer wants to play for. T-Wolves and Pelicans. The Pelicans announced yesterday that Davis would play the rest of the season rather than be sent home, albeit lighter schedule than normal. More on that in a minute. First time he's played since January 18th. And well, the crowd let him hear about it. Now, rightfully so, the crowd would be booing, and some young Timberwolves fans got in it, but then they would change their tune pretty quick. All you need in life is a dunk. Even the owner will cheer for you. But today, look, with all due respect to the minutes and the drama, Anthony Davis played really, really well in the first half last night.
Yeah, he's like a professional tease. It's not fair. The ability of him to be able to finish and just pick up where he left off was tremendous.
Davis scored 24 points in the first half. That tied the most he's had by a half this season. Fourth quarter now, Davis finished on the bench, 32 points. Karl Anthony Towns, big play.
Yeah, this was a huge play, but if you think about the Pelicans, I mean, that would make him squirm. I do the same thing if I'm not in down the clutch.
But look, he demanded the trade. He's not going to play in the fourth quarter. Pelicans are going to make a statement there. Julius Randle, nice move. Pelicans win 122-117, but again, Davis not there in the fourth quarter.
I just want to play basketball. The other stuff, I also annoys, the Twitter rants. It's all good. It's all good, man. I just go play basketball. That's it. It doesn't bother me. You know, I want to play. You know, and being able to go out there and play the game I love for 25 minutes, it was fun.
That's definitely going to be a story to watch throughout the season. He will not play on back-to-backs. It's going to be a lighter schedule. Anthony Davis will still play basketball for the Pelicans, at least for now. When he was on the court, New Orleans outscored Minnesota by 22 and assisted on 22 of 26 field goals. But when Davis was off the floor, the Pelicans were outscored by 17 points and 5 assists. You like that, Shanae?
Awkward.
Yeah, it is. This is getting a little weird.
Meanwhile, Tobias Harris traded from the Clips earlier in the week, making his debut for the Sixers. Unfortunately for his big intro, they flashed Robert Covington's name. He was the last guy to wear number 33.
Really?
That's not how you spell Tobias. I don't think, Shanae,
not at all.
Okay, so we messed that one up. We'll get it together. He's in a mismatch here on Jokic, and he held his ground pretty nicely.
This is a guy that not only is known for his offense, but defense, he's not a guy you can exploit either.
And then Ben Simmons, find the new guy, and there he is.
I mean, it's storybook. It's great. I know Tobias Harris, and this is a guy that is not only going to add great power offensively and defensively, but also as a person, just a good dude.
He said it was awesome last night in Philly, and then he finds another new guy, James Ennis over there, acquired from Houston. So Harris putting his stamp on this team, first time out. But J.J. Redick, a lot of talk about the core four, Shanae. J.J. Redick is like, hey, don't forget about me.
Oh, that's what they say, core four. J.J. Redick might be the most important piece to their lineup because he keeps Jimmy and Joel and Ben happy by providing spacing with the shooting you see right there.
People forget, he's the third leading scorer on this team.
Wake up, folks.
Was sick, hadn't played in a week, and responded in a big way. 34 points in this game. That's the most he's ever scored as a Sixer.
Yeah.
So we go to the fourth quarter now. Good game. Sixers up 2. Jokic, great find for Mason Plumlee.
I mean, that guy is such a gifted passer. It's regardless of position, honestly.
Yep, he had his 11th triple-double, but Simmons off the hesitation move.
Heavy.
Right to the rack.
Bully.
And the Sixers win it. How did it feel, Tobias?
I was for sure a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. Coming into the situation, obviously I've been traded before, but you know this is a big trade to just get myself going and for our team, and there's high expectations. So I just wanted to get out there and do anything I could to help our team win. And once I got out there and got playing and saw the talent, it was awesome.
So the new starting lineup, Butler, Embiid, Harris, Redick, and Simmons outscored the Nuggets' very good basketball team by 14 on Friday. Also shot 56% from the field and held Denver to 45%. However, talk about the depth on this Sixers team. When the Sixers used any other five-man lineup, they were outscored by 7 points. Doris Burke had some high praise for this new Sixers lineup.
I saw what Tobias Harris has been over the last couple of years, which is an incredibly efficient three-point shooter, a guy who can play the second side of the floor, go off the bounce if necessary, exploit a mismatch. I believe this because I don't think DeMarcus Cousins is 100% the DeMarcus Cousins we come to know. The Sixers may very well, in fact, have the best starting lineup in basketball.
We'll get today's comments on the Sixers lineup in just a minute, but first, Warriors and Suns. Phoenix came in losers of 12 straight. Warriors have won the last 17 straight against the Suns. Today, Warriors off to a little bit of a sloppy start last night.
I'm not going to lie. It's hard to get up for the worst team in the West, not only one of the worst teams in the league. This is a team that you can sort of beat in your sleep. We'll find out later if they actually do.
You know what I like about you? Not holding back in your thoughts for the Suns. Draymond Green not holding back on his thoughts for a no call, give it a technical for arguing with the ref, and then Boogie, he'd get in on it. He got one for barking at the officials. Warriors would trail by as many as 17 in the first half.
You say it best, right? Bad and Boogie.
Bad and Boogie. What about Kelly Oubre at the line?
I love it. He was being bad, but all the right types of bad. Look at this. Get up in his face. I'm surprised Draymond Green did not fight back right there.
Okay, but here's what he does do. He would not do anything there, but then he would go chirp at the official, and then he would get his 7th career ejection and first of the season because he didn't like that a no call was made.
But I know what happens here. This is where you can't really perform, so what do? The last trick in the book, get fake mad to use that as motivation.
How about the Warriors? 4 technicals in this one. They got a little bit of edge to them, and Boogie's a big reason why.
Yeah, Boogie's huge, especially for them finishing in the rim, but if you look at this, they just got easy baskets time and time again. You have to close out, Suns, if you want to beat the defending champs.
Klay Thompson celebrated his 29th birthday yesterday, tie at 94, and then the Warriors kind of pulled away late. In fact, they outscored the Suns 35-22 in the fourth quarter, 14-1 since January 5th, which means they are finding their stride at the right time. They win 117-107. So since Boogie made his debut on January 18th, the Warriors have been near perfect, 7-1, averaging 3 more points and allowing 6 fewer points per game than they did without him. So the Boogie effect is real. Chiney hanging out with us this morning. I said a second ago we would talk about Doris Burke's comments about saying the Sixers are the best lineup in the league now. That's what she believes. Where do you believe the Sixers lineup ranks?
You can't argue with Doris Burke, y'all. No. She's the GOAT. Let's be real here. But I truly believe, statistically we'll show it, but this is a team that's really the best in the league if you look at their starting lineup. And Tobias Harris really sets them over the edge. Why? Well, he's able to switch defensively like he did with the Clippers, and offensively he's going to keep Joel and Jimmy happy because he's able to space the floor. But if you look at this lineup statistically, it is absurd. Joel Embiid gives you 27 points per game. Tobias gives you 21 on the year. Jimmy gives you 20. JJ gives you 19. People sleep on JJ. And Ben Simmons not only gives you 17, but a 17-point triple-double. So if you look at the starting lineup, this is the craziest starting lineup you'll see in the NBA, even over the Warriors. Now, if you think about, okay, what is the mindset of this team? If the Warriors are great shooters with KD and Steph, the mindset of this team is going to be long, physical, lanky, defenders, tough. This is a Philly team that can make its mark by bullying the rest of the league. We'll see how quickly they can mesh. Butler, kind of a new guy to the starting lineup, and now you add Harris. We'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, we know now that Anthony Davis may not finish games, but he's going to finish the season with the Pelicans. True. What is that situation like for all concerned? If there's one word to describe the whole Anthony Davis Pelicans saga and the not thing that happened with the Lakers, now you're back with your team, it's awkward. It's 100% awkward. Because if you look at this as a teammate, you're playing with a guy that does not want to be there. Yep, okay. But he's a good teammate. He took a $50,000 fine for you, but he can still get 32 in 25 minutes. It's ridiculous. And as a team, you bench him in the fourth quarter because you're trying to keep him healthy as a prospect. But what happens at the end? You're supposed to lose the game when you bench your best player.
Right.
You win the game. So it's like awkward all around. I don't know what to do.
And let's make no mistake, you want to lose games now at this point.
And you don't want to get the 100 per game fine either.
No, because you're with a guy who doesn't want to be there, but yet they need him to be good to acquire as much equity from this player as they can.
Can't even break up with your ex rate.
A bad team has never been so worth the watch come the end of the season. Chene with us all morning. Chene, thank you.
Gotcha.
All right, got to show you what happened in the Ivy League. It's a fantastic finish. There were several finishes in this game. Columbia and Harvard, the thriller in Cambridge. 4.8 on the clock. Columbia inbounding down 3. They work the give and go with Gabe Stefanini. This is a contested shot, and somehow Gabe squeezes it off. Watch this again. I mean, the defender all over him. Instead, Stefanini sends this one into OT. I should say the first OT. Under 2 minutes to go. Columbia up 3 this time. They almost throw the ball away here. Stefanini saves it. Shot clock dying from 38 feet off the window. He had 26. It gets better. Bryce Aiken with Harvard down 3. Got to have this. Double clutch jackknife.
Way.
Nothing but nylon. Aiken had 44 in this game. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous from 6 feet. Much less from 30.
Physically, it shouldn't be able to happen.
No. Hollywood not green-lighting this script, so we're going double overtime. 23 seconds to go. Columbia down 3. Jake Killingsworth. Everything's fallen in this Ivy League clash. How about 3 overtimes? Columbia down 3. Stefanini. The shot. Blocked by Robert Baker. Stefanini saves it.
No.
Passes to Christian Adlish, who they say he was in the act of shooting. They give him 3 foul shots. Harvard can't believe it, so got to make them all. His first one? No. Leaves it on the front rim. So he needs to intentionally miss the second. Problem was he missed the miss. Got to hit the rim or it's a violation. Harvard finally wins this 98-96 in 3 OT.
Just incredible stuff there.